All right, good morning, everyone. We'll call this meeting to order at 9:06. First item on our agenda is the approval of today's meeting minutes. We've got a couple additions.
The agenda or the minutes?
No, agenda.
I'm sorry, did I say minutes?
Yeah.
Yeah, today's meeting agenda. We're just adding number 15, 22 Big
Correct.
Leaf Lane,
Yep.
and the others are just changes to the submissions.
We're taking 4 and 8 off the agenda, right? We decided they didn't need to submit.
Correct.
Withdrawn, 4 is withdrawn,
Yep.
and 8 is
Referred to the homeowner.
okay. So we're taking both of those off.
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right. I'll make it even shorter.
Don't jinx it.
All right. All in favor of that amended agenda?
All right.
All opposed? Okay. Did everybody get a look at the minutes from our last meeting? Item 2. All in favor of the approval of last time's August 21st minutes?
Aye.
Excuse me, I'm apologize. I have a quick question.
I'm gonna abstain just so I wasn't at the meeting, so I don't feel qualified to approve those.
Okay. Okay.
I have a quick question about 22 Bickley Lane.
I'm sorry. We're just adding you to the agenda. That's all.
I cannot tell anything.
In other words, you can't provide us any information.
No, I just asking if were you decided because my English not so perfect. I'm a little bit miss out what you tell about 22 Bickley Lane.
David, are you Oksana and Ole's son?
Yes.
Yeah.
Very good. Thank you.
Yeah, at this point, we're just adding you to the agenda. You were not on the agenda previously, but we're putting you on the agenda, so we will talk to you.
Okay, so I need just wait. Okay, sorry about, but I need to ask because my English not so perfect, and I'm trying to understand everything where you're talking. Okay.
Okay.
So
Thank you, David.
I just need to wait when you tell my name. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you very much. So I'll be quiet. Okay. Thank you.
Daniel, we have a Zoom user. Would you identify yourself, please?
Is this me? Are you
Yep.
talking to me? Oh,
Yes.
this is Vitaly.
Oh, Vitaly. Okay. What item are you here for?
I am here as if needed for 10 Valley View,
Thank
but
you.
Jay is the main guy for that one.
Got it. Just making notes. Thank you, Vitaly.
Yep.
Okay, so all we have is David, Jay, and Vitali
Yep,
with us today.
that's
Okay.
correct.
All right. Well, let's go to item 7, 10 Valley View Circle. Construction change, driveway and retaining wall.
Yeah, I know this is part and parcel of we submitted this previously. It was elected to be delayed for review because we were dealing with a stop work order on the property, which has been I would say conditionally lifted. I think there's a couple things that are still pending from the GM. But yeah, we're here because we've been allowed to have you guys hear us out for the proposed change for retaining walls in the right of way. Um, I know Dan Vink was at a meeting that we had at the office there with the GM, and my understanding is that an easement was requested from the GM. They requested an easement for those retaining walls in the right of way, and that is one of the submittals that I put in here is our exhibit for that. And my understanding is that's with the attorneys. We're waiting for that paperwork to come back so I can sign and notarize it to be finished. And I'm here to just make sure you guys are okay with all of that. Sounds like it has the GM's blessing. And I just wanted to follow up with you guys to make sure you guys are okay with it too.
Jerry, do you have any other background on this?
Basically just what Jay said, we're try and grant this easement. It's a legal review. This is going to take, a little bit of time. Alan, do you know more?
It is with the attorneys. We're waiting for it to come back. I believe it was notarized and submitted. I will check on that after the meeting, but as Jay said, it was conditionally approved to proceed with the work.
Okay, Dan, you have anything to add to this?
No, I think the solution here on this retaining wall coming right into the valley view, it's gonna be right up against the blacktop. Is probably the best worst scenario, best worst outcome. Ideally, this is not where you want this thing, but it doesn't look like there's any other way they're gonna be able to make this driveway work without this easement. I guess two thoughts. One, I would want to make sure that we have at least have signatures from all the parties before we go forward. That was the understanding we had in the meeting with Michael and Jay and the rest, was that we would get signatures on all of this, and it may that the paperwork may take time to catch up. The recording process is something that Sudden Valley's in control of. That we want to make sure we have all that baked before we start the actual work. So I would be okay approving it today, with that contingency that the paperwork all gets signed and finalized before the actual work starts. So in other words, if something breaks bad between the contractor and Sudden Valley, I don't think we want to have them in there doing the work and then find out that we weren't able to get agreement. If the attorney came back with some changes that weren't acceptable to the owner, then I don't think we want to start work until that's all done. So
Is that the process as you understand it, Jerry or Alan?
I can speak to that. I believe we're doing exactly what Dan has said, and
Okay.
the only delay is getting the recorded document back, and we can distribute it. So I think we're doing exactly what everyone wants.
okay.
Okay.
And then and the other thing, and I don't know that this is not pertinent to this request, but we had some questions and concerns about the existing Allen block and the excavation behind it, and whether that was being done to spec. And at least in my view of it, it hadn't been done to spec to date. Doesn't mean that that can't be corrected and done the right way going forward. So I would just say, as part of all this, this is a complete package in my mind, that this initial proposal to switch from the poured in place wall to the Allen block was approved. This additional extension of that Allen block wall into the right of way is going to be approved with all the caveats that Sudden Valley put on it for the easement. But that we'll want to make sure that this is done exactly according to spec. So that's going to probably require some fairly regular inspections by Jerry and whoever else can go out there and look at this. So I think this is an asterisk trust but verify project for me.
Yeah, Dan, I would agree. I've spoken to the crew over there, and your concerns about it not being built to spec, that's moving forward. We don't have a problem with that at all. We have engineered plans that are going to get followed. The geogrid's going to get laid out exactly how it's supposed to as that wall proceeds with going up. Yeah, and it's I'm with you on that. That was understood. I would say, with signatures, my hope was that we would have those back before this went to the ACC meeting, but I understand, it's out there in legal land with the attorneys, and we've been waiting for that to come back. My understanding is, yes, it does need to get signed. But I just, again, this isn't your guys' problem necessarily, but we are in the last, what's effectively the last, 3.5 weeks of the watershed season. And this is a watershed requirement that we get this done before October 1st. So, I'm just hoping I'm able to sign like ASAP so we can begin that work. Alan, you said you might have a better idea of when that would be, maybe later today after the meeting?
Absolutely.
Okay. Yeah, if you
My work history experience teaches me that sometimes these lags mean that something got dropped through the cracks and it just needs a little pick it up, kick it forward kind of thing. That's what this feels like. I don't think anybody is objecting to any of the terminology or drawing. It's
Okay,
just finish the handoff, bring it home. That kind of
great.
thing. Yeah.
Great. Well, I've got my pens warmed up and ready to sign. I can come in at any moment to
Okay.
get that done.
Okay.
So
Sounds good.
Well, Dan, I think you're the most qualified to make a motion on this one.
I'll make a motion that we approve it with the condition that all the paperwork is in order and that Alan feels like there's no impediments to getting all that signed and recorded before they actually start construction, along with the note that regular inspections on this one are going to be important.
All in
So-
favor of Dan's motion? Did you get that, Alan?
there's 3 parts to this. Complete the paperwork. I'm gonna call it release by, I'm gonna say Sudden Valley, that'll be me. And then the last part is the frequent visits, updates, or frequent site checks. How about that? Okay, I got those 3 things ready, Daniel.
Okay, all in favor of Dan's motion?
Aye.
Aye. Okay, we're good.
great. Thank you guys. And
Thanks.
Jerome will be, just you know how to get in touch with me. Please let me know. If you wanna or swing through. How about that? Swing through anytime you want, Jerry.
I'll be scheduling some regular meetings.
Great. That sounds awesome.
Okay.
Thank you guys.
Thanks,
I'm gonna
guys.
stay on the line as a listener for the Big Leaf project, just as an observer.
Okay, we're gonna go to that one next. All right. Item 15, 22 Big Leaf.
Hello. Yeah, I'm here.
Hi, David.
Hi.
We spoke to, who did we spoke to your father yesterday?
Yeah,
Is that?
yes,
Or
that's
or
possible.
Tuesday?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. So what the documents that we got today don't seem to be any different from what I think we have 2 extra windows on there, and that's it. We're looking for some consistency throughout. I think I'm looking at 3 different documents to see what exactly this application is. And this, let me speak to Jerome or Jerry and Alan for a moment here.
Mhm.
I'm trying to understand which document we're looking at, because the thing we got today
Yeah.
doesn't look different to me.
Well,
We were looking for, and when we spoke to I'm sorry, what's the father's name?
Ole.
Ole. When we spoke to him, he showed us some really nice designs, and even David, when at our first meeting, showed us some really nice designs. But we don't have that on our agenda. That's not part of what we're looking at.
I'm sent everything
And
ready.
let me we'll come to you in a minute, David. I want to clear this up with Jerry and Alan, just so I know what I'm looking at. He showed us some really nice designs. Dan and I looked at them, and we liked them all, but we're not seeing that reflected in the drawings that we're asked to approve right now. Is that, are you seeing it that way too?
When
Yeah.
I'm looking at what was sent out this morning, it looks like it captured the windows. When we looked at the elevations with Ollie the other day, those elevation drawings, those artist renderings, didn't really match with what we were seeing in the plan set. And this matches closer with the plan set in terms of the windows, but there's still some things that are missing. Like if you look at the page, it's A4 on what got sent around this morning. When you look at the elevations, what we saw in those architectural renderings, like it had that softened area where it was kind of broken up and kind of like we talked about, it looks kind of like a snow cone where the top part was like a little bit bigger than the bottom, and it kind of softened it over.
Right.
And that's not showing on here.
The only thing I saw on here different, other than the windows, was it appears that deck or with railing was added, to one side, and that was consistent with one version of the rendering. You only see it in one of the elevations where you're looking at I think it's the the front elevation or the side elevation?
I think that looks the same to me from the last one.
Okay. Maybe I'm wrong.
And all I'm seeing that's different is there are two windows in the front view of the house, I think it is. No, four windows were added. But I mean, there's still inconsistencies with what we're looking at and what the description of the house is. We've got different colors. We've got the top here. One of the drawings says it's a metal roof. And then in the description, it said it's going to be either asphalt or PVC. They're just a lot of it. I'm not sure what I'm approving here. I think we all like those designs that we saw, but I don't even know where those are. The photos that we saw, the renderings. The only rendering I'm seeing in what we're asked to approve is this hideous one at the very top again, it looks like three boxes.
Daniel, I went back to read Tony Nestertuk's, I thought that's last name, his note, his email. He acknowledged the only change in this version were the windows. There is
Okay.
no other structural changes made
Okay. And
or aesthetic changes, sorry.
I thought, and it may be a language problem, but I thought we made it clear that we wanted to see one of those colored renderings represented in these elevation drawings, which I don't think we see here.
You do not. I agree with you.
I would agree with that as well.
And also there is, I'm assuming we're looking at that original application for the original information.
Correct. With windows.
And look, the lighting sample is not a lighting, not lighting we should use. It's a spotlight. And the colors are not the colors that we saw in the drawings. So there's nothing here for us to approve. I'm not sure what we're looking at. Retaining wall materials, it just says block retaining materials. Does that need to be specific and say Allen block or what?
I wouldn't say it needs to be specific to any sort of block. I mean, could be an Allen block, could be a whatever.
I mean, it can't be a cinder block, right?
I don't think there's anything we have against cinder block except for exposed concrete, which I think it's fair to say cinder block would fall under that.
Well, yeah, I don't remember anything against it other than the untreated or unsealed cinder block. It has to be sealed or painted with a sealant is the only thing I remember about block, other than it looks like cinder block.
Yeah, it can't be cinder block.
Okay. Yeah.
In my mind.
So it's more a design and aesthetic decision than a functional one.
That's my view. That's my view.
Yeah. You're the chair.
I'm seeing
well,
I'm the chair of a committee. And the committee votes.
Fair.
Well, I think what we got here is we've seen artist renderings that looked good. We met with the homeowner on site or the owner on site, and I think we got comfortable, at least Daniel and I did when we were there, that this house, while it's going to be quite large for the driveway and the neighbor, does work with the neighborhood. Excuse me, or would be a complement to the area. And I think, the homeowner seems very willing to work with us in any way we can. So we've seen that, and we've seen like the intent, but we're not seeing like that intent is not matching what we're seeing in the drawings. And I understand there's kind of let's make things work as quick as we can because they want to get in there and get the site work done before the October deadline. So I think the question is, how do we match up the intent with what we're seeing and try to get them going as quickly as possible without piecemealing this? So.
That's exactly right. We need a document to approve. I think the concept is there, and I think we're all in agreement with that. But at the end of the day, when we sign this, I'm not sure what we're going to get and what Jerry and Alan are going to refer to when they go on their inspection.
There is a real danger with this property of, I don't know what's going to be built, you know, past the foundation, past the footprint. You know, I can go through probably 3 of the 4 inspections and have a good idea of what I'm going to have see. But that final, you know, once the cladding goes up and the siding and roof is all done, I don't really know what I'm going to be looking at.
Yeah, and that's the problem. I mean, we need a document that we can agree to, and we don't have that right now.
Can I
Is,
speak?
go ahead, David.
Okay, so you wanna document how our house will be look like outside, but you know we cannot make documents where we show you all of design, because design does not about the engineer. Engineer done for us all of the windows and for the all of the structure, and design does ourselves what we can do. But you can attach this all of the files with design to my plan, and we will do it what we do for design, because for us no sense build the ugly house which we cannot live and we will be not happy. But we have all of the designs which we plan to done and live in very nice house. So that's one my point. And also on last meeting we agreed that we will not change any footprint of our house, so that will be the same house, but we agreed to the make design outside externation of the outside design. And you say just provide for us this all of the files by email, so we already sent couple variation of our house. So I believe that should be.
Oh, we lost him.
Hey, Jerry, while we're here, what is it only a 5-foot setback from that shared driveway? Is that,
Let me check real quick.
I'm not sure what our regulations are.
I'm convinced something
Oh.
something's connection goes wrong.
So,
So
Hey, David, just a second. I'll get to you in a second.
mhm.
so it's a bit of a gray area. Technically, it's 20 feet from to the main road is a regulation which it does meet.
Yeah.
But obviously the driveway is curving to the right. So, you know, we've had some properties before, and I think the ruling was just from 20 feet from the garage to the main road is our standard.
And why doesn't the driveway come off of the main road? Is there a reason?
I think just because there's an existing driveway here.
Okay. And you mentioned something about a curve on that?
Yeah, it's shown in the plan as just being a straight angle. It's supposed to be flared at the end. It's really a minor point. Um, but it's one I do enforce during the driveway inspection. It's it's these things are living documents.
So that's something you feel comfortable not being included in the drawing?
Yeah, that is.
Okay. Okay, David. Yeah, you're in the middle of a point.
So I'm told you everything, and we probably agree on the last meeting that you just need for us exterior design, and you'll give for us approval. So because we agree that we not change any footprint of house, we just add couple of windows and our design make real. So you, Tony, and those our engineer already sent you all of the information about the new windows, and we have everything same design and same documents from the Tony with same windows and everything same. So for my interesting, that's interesting to make this design happen, because I don't want to live in ugly house. So that's also point of this, and also so that was my point.
Well, I
Yeah.
think you've got
Go ahead,
the
go ahead, Patrick.
yeah, I think you've got the architect drawing to make the changes. We just don't see anything about the colors that the house is going to be, or what different materials are going to comprise the exterior.
So about colors, color does minor, and I cannot document it anything about color. Color always can be changed, or all those so minor. About materials, those on the plan, those hardy sidings, and also masonry. Those also stonework will be underneath on the first floor of the house.
David, you have to understand that we can't just agree to what you say. We need to have a document that we're approving. None of the nice renderings that you showed us are represented by the drawings that you're providing for us now.
I cannot I cannot document it rendering. How I can document it rendering? So that's just designed as cosmetically designed as cannot be documented. The footprint of house that was I can document it and what the civil engineer can do it, but he cannot make document for the rendering.
Well, that's a requirement to get approval to build in Sudden Valley, and that's what we're asking for. That's what we ask of everyone.
Can I ask a clarifying question, please?
Go ahead, Alan.
David, I think, and correct me if I'm wrong, Daniel, what Daniel wants to see is this latest set of drawings with one choice of all those different renderings that you sent us. Pick the one you're gonna build,
They all looked good.
but pick one, take that, put it in with these engineering drawings to make a complete package of what it's going to look like, build like, so that we can say, you said you were going to do this, and we see that you did exactly that. I think that's what it's, you're using the word document the rendering. And I don't think they're trying to say, this is a shade of orange. This is a brightness factor of this. They just want to know which one are you going to build. Is that accurate, Daniel?
That's correct.
So, but those, if I bring this everything for the engineer, he say for me those just lights and some metal pieces and just color change, and he say how I can put this on the civil engineer plan. So I'm already asked engineer to do this. He say I cannot do this because it's just outside design. It's just some cosmetically change which will be on my house. So that was impossible that I can go to the engineer and do it because I'm already asked Tony do it. He said me that it's just design. He cannot write this down on the plan.
So who did the design work? Can you give the engineering drawings to your designer and have that person put the engineering drawings into a complete package? If the engineer won't do it, work the other way.
So okay, designer already give you all of all of the designs.
He gave us 6 designs. We're asking you to pick one.
No, you say you will choose which one better for you, and you will vote for which is better for you. For me, this all of the design looks good, but I need that you approval. What you look like more accurate and what you like more.
Okay, so I think we might have a misunderstanding. I appreciate, Daniel, you chime in, you giving us the choice, but it's your house. We're not going to tell you which one to build.
They all looked good. Just
Okay,
pick one.
So last meeting you tell me bring 3-4 designs that we can take a look. I'm bringing a lot of designs, so for me this everything looks nice. So for me, what you say you can build, I will build. So for me this everything looks very good. So that's
Alan, could you work with him and put together a complete package for us to look at? I don't think our
Sure.
committee needs to
Sure.
go over this again.
Okay.
So what we have is we have item 15, and honestly, I'm not clear what the application is for this. So, I mean, my motion is to deny as, I mean, can't even say presented because we don't really have a full package.
Hey,
my
Alan,
Go ahead, Dan.
can I share my screen real quick?
Go ahead.
I don't know if this will help the owner, but I mean, this is the issue. When you look at this is what we have today in front of us, this renderings here, or the plan set. When you look at this house, Daniel and I said, this looks really good. So just looking at this house real quick, I mean, there's 2 different versions of it. There's the snow cone version where it's the white on top, and then there was the darker version. And we seem to, I mean, favor this one just because it aesthetically looks better. But that's up to the homeowner to decide which one he wants to go forward with, and then include that, color scheme and all of that. The other issue is when you look at this one, it's softened here, and then it's also softened at the bottom. When you look at the plan set over here, it's not. It doesn't show the softening. It doesn't show these columns in the front. So whichever of these 2 you choose, whether it's this one or whether it's this one or this one, you've got to show that on this plan set. So that's the issue. We got to see a completed plan set with the colors and everything, whether it's this color or this color. That doesn't matter to us. That's your choice. We just need to see all of that captured into one document.
Okay, so very quickly, so that was soffits, that was not about engineer, that was not structural, that was not 2x4 there, that was just metal piece which make my house more beautiful. That was just metal, that was not any structurals or 2x4s or something. That was just that was hang out on the house, and that was not about any inspection. That was just design. That was just for visualization, just for that. Just looks good. That was not about soffit or some trusses or something like this. It's just metal pieces. Engineer cannot do this.
Well, I'm gonna push back on that because I mean that is engineering, that is the design. I mean, that's not just architectural, it's not just aesthetics. At this point, you're showing the top deck, the top floor being cantilever, at least based on the drawings here. The top floor is partially cantilevered over the second floor, which is partially cantilevered over the third floor. And that needs to be shown in the architect's drawings and whatever plan set you have here. So the plan set needs to reflect the drawings that you gave us, these pictures that you gave us, which are very nice. The plan set needs to reflect that. If not, then we're based on the plan set, and that's the one that we said that just doesn't work for us.
So okay, so that was impossible to do. So engineer cannot do this for me. So I'm already asking engineer Tony to do this. He say no, he will not do it because it's
David, everybody who submits does this. That's everybody.
no. So I'm speak with him. He said it's just design. There will be not any structure. That just thin metal welded together and paint in black color, and it just will be hanging on the wall. So I'm already asked the engineer. He say he will not do it. So it's just design.
Okay,
Who drew the plans?
Tony.
And Tony says he won't, what you have got there, he can't draw on this plan set?
Yes.
You need to get a new architect then.
Alan, would you help him out with that, whatever needs to be done? I think at this point, we're gonna have to, my motion is to deny this.
And also my permit already goes in, so I already have the permit to build in from the city of Belgium.
Okay, we've got a motion on the table. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Okay, David, yeah, we're denying it as it's presented. Alan and Jerry can help you with what you need to do. I mean, it's just something we we require from everyone.
Okay, thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Okay, Alan, do we have anybody else here?
No, that's it.
Okay, then let's go back to the top.
You got it.
Item 3. Frame in deck.
Yep.
Any comments, anyone?
I move to approve.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay. Item 5. An extension.
Wow.
6 months.
I move to approve.
All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Item 6, another 6-month extension.
I move to approve.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay. Let's go down to item 11.
Okay. You missed 9 and 10, but
I did.
I'm gonna come back to that one.
Yeah.
sure. 11. Okay.
This is the AC unit, which was part of a condo.
Lakeside. Yeah.
And I guess he was approved for one side, but he decided to help his neighbor out and move it to the other side of the house so the neighbor
Around
could
the corner.
stargaze.
Yeah.
And this has been approved by the condo association also?
It's in the association for approval,
Okay, so
but they approved the last one though.
he's got the approval from us. He can't go forward until they get the condo.
Correct.
All right, I'll make a motion to approve that one.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay, item 12. 41 Cascade Lane, new door. I have no problems with the new door.
No, it looked nice. I'll make a motion to approve.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. And with the new door comes some new paint.
Right.
All in favor?
I make a
Uh,
to approve.
Dan, okay.
Yeah, sorry. Just
We don't, just for Terry's, information, we don't usually move this quick, but, these were already Sudden Valley approved colors, so there's not a whole lot for us to discuss. This was a very thorough homeowner who submitted, abundance of caution. So.
Thanks for the explanation.
Item 14, 78 Honeycomb Lane. This is one that actually I went with Patrick once, and then I went with Dan once to look at this, and we met with the owner, and she was very accommodating. We gave her some suggestions. Generally, we don't like to be able to see fences from the street, and sometimes it's just necessary based on the placement of the house and the lot and the street. This one we were able to minimize it a bit, I think, and the owner agreed to move the fence back a little bit. And I think she gave us some documentation to attach to our current agenda
Yep.
to clarify where that fence is.
Yep.
And we asked her also to put some vegetation in the front. And it's going to be a nice little backyard there. And I think there'll be a lot less visibility of the fence, and it's for a pet enclosure.
Yeah, she moved it back. There was kind of a paver patio there, like it's just a set of pavers. And she's gonna put it right along that, which kind of comes off the deck. I think it's actually in a better spot. And
Yeah, it seemed like a natural break there.
yeah, and the dog was an older dog and didn't get out and about very much, so we didn't need a bunch of room to run. So we want to make sure that we document this. So what she submitted, like what we're staring at in terms of the ACC packet, is not what's going to be ultimately constructed. It's going to be based on the picture that was sent around by Alan. So I would say with that caveat that we're basing it based on the moving the fence back off the road another 6 or so feet to line up with the edge of the patio. And then the understanding that she'll plant some vegetation on the front of the fence to further screen it from the road. I would make a motion to approve.
Got it.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay. Okay, let's go back to item 9.
Patrick, is this the one you said you saw was listed for sale?
Yes.
You see my note?
Uh,
I answered Pat's note yesterday.
Somewhat snarkily.
Unintended.
did I miss that?
Possibly. I basically said the both. Remember the cartoon video? Both is good.
Oh, yeah.
So basically the homeowner initially, when investigating, when there was question of whether they were going to be able to build this year or not, they were going to sell. So I guess they went ahead and listed it. And then with that came the decision with a variance to go ahead and submit it to the ACC. So they're kind of covering both bets. If they get
So they can
approval,
sell it as an approved build.
possibly. That's a third possibility. Yeah, sell it undeveloped, build on it, or sell it with approved plans, I guess.
Yeah, if you look at where they have it up for sale, they show the plans for the construction is part of that. So that, you
Oh.
buy the lot and, hey, here's the house you can put on it.
Okay.
There's just
I
no-
also, go ahead.
That's it.
Oh, from our Tuesday meeting, I sent a note out to the sales rep, the agent, asking about the big wall and having somebody available this morning. And they had neither anybody available this morning nor anybody who could answer the question at this time of how things came to be this way. I think they simply picked up the plans where they were and pushed it forward.
Jerry, is that really a wall that's higher than the chimney of the house?
The retaining wall?
Yeah, in the back there.
Yeah.
That's wild.
I mean, it's what happens when we're trying to build on these very, very steep lots.
The house next door, Daniel and I went out there and Billy go to the property. Um, the house next door doesn't have, I didn't recall seeing any really retaining wall, maybe a small one in the back. And I know the slope isn't the same from one lot to the
Well, how is the driveway? Because that's the trade-off, you know, if you
I don't remember the driveway being super steep, but it was now that you say that it was kind of busted up a little bit. So it wasn't, it wasn't a great driveway, but
I don't think it was really steep. I don't think
no,
it was.
and they certainly didn't have what is this, almost a 20-foot retaining wall at the back?
I don't think they had a wall at all back there. But it was a bit steeper for this property. And I'm
Yeah.
trying to figure out that wall from the drawing. It looks like the right side of the house is that's where the problem is with the variance. Is that correct, Jerry?
Yeah, I mean, it's not really a problem. It's
Well,
consistent.
my question is the wall looks like it goes another, 12 feet past that.
Oh yeah, but the walls aren't included in the setback.
But that would be in the neighbor's property?
Um, is this the property where we have a? I'm asking you, Alan. Is this the property where we have a easement being filed?
No, no easement.
No.
This is the one with the wall being a few inches over to the side setback.
Gotcha, gotcha. I don't think it's on the neighbor's property. I didn't see anything to that effect.
So if I'm looking at this right, this wall doesn't just run along the back of the house, it runs along the whole. If you're facing the house, it's also going to be on the right side of the house.
Not as high up, but yes, it extends beyond the house on the right side. It's a huge wall.
It's 14 to 16 feet tall. Well, I mean, just kind of spoiler alert, there's no way we're going to approve this thing without stamped engineering plans showing a 16-foot wall, how they're going to build the Berlin Wall back behind this house here. I mean, this is crazy.
We've got some engineering plans.
I don't see anything. I mean, I see architectural renderings, but I don't see anything on the wall. Where do we see the wall?
But it looks like if you go to page 25 and 26, that it angles down so that it's not that 14 foot all the way around.
But in the back corner, it's 16 feet tall and it's right up against the house. I mean, you're going to walk out of this house and you're going to have a wall behind you.
Yeah, the wall is literally higher than the house. And that does not look good. And there's going to be a neighbor there. That's not a Sudden Valley property there. There's going to be a house built there someday. And they're going to be living right next to this, what did you say, 16-foot wall? I don't, just aesthetically, I don't like it. It might be necessary to hold that mountain back, and I'm not sure how that's going to hold the mountain back, but it might be necessary just to get approval to build there, but it does not look good.
And I'm not seeing, I'm going through it, but I'm not seeing engineered plans on the wall. I see architectural drawings for footings and so forth and so on. And I see Axe Engineering's plan for stormwater. But I'm not seeing anything that shows how you're going to design it structurally support an 18-foot wall in the back of this house. So based on the lack of information, particularly relating to the engineering on the wall and the fact that I'm not sure that I'm not sure that it's good for Sudden Valley to have a wall that you can see from the road and then also have it be that close to the neighbor, and then need a variance to get there. So, I mean,
That's how I feel too, Dan.
yeah, this wall needs to be engineered, rethought preferably, and if they're not going to rethink the wall, then they need to submit some engineering documents that shows how you're going to put a 16-foot wall that close to a house, and have it not end up being a problem. So based on that, I make a motion to deny.
You have any comments, Patrick?
No, I agree with them on that.
Okay. All right, all in favor of Dan's motion?
Aye.
Aye. All right, let's go to item 10, which is the setback variance.
I'll make a motion to deny that also. There's no sense to approve that if we can't get the house approved, so.
All in favor of Dan's denial? Aye. All opposed? Patrick, did we hear from you?
Now, I said aye.
Okay. All right, unanimous.
Okay.
Okay.
Shall I
And
stop recording?
yeah, let this meeting 9:52. I looks like a little bit over a half hour.
All right.
You guys are just setting Terry up for disappointment.